Hi everybody, thanks for joining me while I make this Copycat Panera bread broccoli cheese soup. I've added 4 tablespoons of butter to my pan, and I've got 1 chopped onion and 1 finely diced carrot. You want to cook those until they're softened, about 5 minutes. Now I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Now that the vegetables have softened nicely, I'm adding in 4 tablespoons or 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. You want to stir that in. You want to cook that for a minute or 2. Then we're adding in 2 cups of whole milk. You want to stir that in nice and slowly. Then we're adding in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. You could actually use regular yellow mustard if you prefer. Now we're turning this up to a medium-high. Get that up to a simmer, and then we're going to add in 2 cups of shredded sharp cheddar cheese and 8 ounces of a processed cheese product, which is like Velveeta. Now you want to stir that in until everything's nicely melted. Now at this point, you could eat this as a cheese sauce. You could put this over nachos. You could dip your bread in it or your crackers. Now I'm adding in 2 cups of vegetable broth. In their recipe, they use chicken broth, but I'm a vegetarian, so I'm using vegetable broth. You can certainly use chicken broth if you prefer a more authentic recipe. Now I added in 4 cups of broccoli pieces and 1/2 cup of half and half. Now I'm turning this up to medium-high to get this up to a boil. Then we're going to let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until that broccoli is all nice and soft. You want to cook it to your liking, of course. If you like a crisper broccoli, you're not going to want to cook it for as long. Now I'm adding in a couple drops of Tabasco sauce. You can add any hot sauce here you want or leave that out. Give that a nice stir. And there you have it. Delicious Copycat Panera breads, cheese and broccoli soup. This is great any time of year, but we're still in soup weather, if you call that soup weather. I don't think there's soup weather. That's why I'm saying it like that. I think every day is soup weather. So look at all that broccoli. Look at all that yumminess. This was so good. And it was so much better the next day.